G'day cocktail lovers, this is a cocktail inspired by a recipe I saw on the Punch Drink website. They had a white Mezcal Negroni and that appealed to me on a couple of levels. I thought, ooh, Mezcal's an interesting touch. Also, they weren't suggesting to use Campari. Obviously, if it's going to be white, you definitely couldn't use Campari. And anyone who knows me knows it's just too bitter for me. I know it's very popular. I know the Negroni is a very popular drink, but Campari, even in small doses, is simply too bitter for me. So I always look for substitutes. This was suggesting using, for the bittering side, using something like Suze. I decided to go with yellow chartreuse, but the reason I've got a pink, well actually it kind of looks slightly orange or peach colored, but I think from a marketing point of view, pink Mezcal Negroni is a better name for this. And the reason mine is pink is I use this rosa vermouth from a local maker. Now, when we see Blanco vermouth in cocktails, it's not so much about the color, although Blanco translates as white, obviously. It's about sweetness. That's more important in the cocktail, unless the color is super important to you. But a Blanco is traditionally between a sweet and a dry vermouth, and this rosa vermouth is, sweetness-wise, between a sweet and a dry vermouth. So it fits the bill, and so if I'm going to use that, it's going to go pink. So it's going to be a pink Mezcal Negroni rather than a white Mezcal Negroni. Mezcal, that sounds like that could be a cocktail drink. I feel like I need to work out what the ingredients for a Mezcal would be. That's for another day. For now, I'm going to taste this one. Oh, I love the earthy character of Mezcal and the smokiness that comes up. And there is that little bit of bitterness which we attribute to a Negroni, but not as in your face as one made with Campari. This is a very pleasant drink, nice, simple, clean, elegant drink, and I'll show you the other ingredients. Mezcal is of course the backbone of this cocktail. I use this one, Peloton de la Muerte, translates as Death Squad, and I don't know if you can see it, there are worms in the bottom. There is regularly argument about what does it mean if there are worms in a Mezcal, is that good or bad? The thing is, it's definitely not traditional. It's something that was done for tourists. It was regarded as a signifier these days that it's a less good thing designed to hook tourists in. I actually got these worms in a Mezcal first 10 years ago, and it was actually pretty good. But I kept the worms. I keep kind of threatening to make one of my friends eat them. And I just transfer the worms from Mezcal to Mezcal. But yeah, generally speaking, it's considered if you see Mezcal worms in a Mezcal, that's probably a bad sign, although that's not universally true, so who even knows? As I said, my vermouth choice is this Rosa from Unico Zello in South Australia. It's simply a medium sweet vermouth and the base is red wine grapes. I don't have any real gentian liqueurs, but I do have yellow chartreuse, which is not the same, but is providing some similar characteristics. And I actually added a little bit to the bitter side with this Australian bitter red aperitivo. This is about the equivalent of, say, Aperol. It's definitely not as bitter as Campari. If it was, I wouldn't have it. And it also upped the pinkness in the drink. So those are the ingredients, and I'll show you now how to make it. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of Mezcal, then 3/4 of an ounce or around 22.5 mils of your vermouth, then 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of yellow chartreuse, and finally 1/4 of an ounce or around 7.5 mils of the bitter red aperitivo. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and I'm straining that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice. I do like to talk up the sexy clear ice because with a stirred drink, it just looks fantastic. There's not much point if it's a shaken drink because that's going to be cloudy, or if you've got anything like dark liqueurs in here, or even Amaro. It varies from drink to drink. This one, I think it works just about perfectly. And I always throw it in at the end of the videos about how good Sexy Clear Ice is, because you should be seeing a link to my video showing you just the easiest way to make it. It's the way I make it. You just need an insulated coffee cup, basically, and Bob's your auntie's live-in lover. And I'm going to sit down with this now and enjoy it. I hope you're enjoying yourself wherever you are. I hope to see you again sometime soon. Until I do, I will say, cheers.